Wow. I mean, wow. Unbelievable. You know, at some point in time, people need to realize that Future is nothing but an overrated, garbage, mainstream rapper with absolutely no quality, no originality, no variety, and no substance, and no unique concepts in his fucking music, and he's just gonna keep recycling the same shit over and over, and everyone fucking buys it. When the hell are people gonna realize that shit? Well, I'll tell you. It is once again K9 Senses, aka the king of rapping, the king of hip hop, the realest rapper on the internet, the 100% fact bearer, the higher level thinker, the one with the best taste as usual, the king of flow, the king of wordplay, and the one who's better than you in every way, has come back once again to deliver the greatness, has once again come back to deliver the facts. So, without further ado, why don't we jump into this shit, man? Future's new album, High Off Life, is terrible. Once again, as I predicted, just like this album is complete garbage, just like the other fucking Future albums. Because here's the thing, like, okay, I take it back. The album is not complete trash. It's don't get me wrong, it's still trash. It still fucking sucks complete ass. But at the same time, there are like only 2 tracks, I think, at best that I would at least come back to, you know, but the rest of them are fucking skips, and there are like 16 fucking tracks on the entire fucking project. This is a gigantic waste of fucking time. This is like 40 minutes of pure dog shit apart from those 2 tracks. And oh my gosh, dude, I literally just wanted to fucking throw my entire phone across the goddamn room in rage, because this dude has gotten so much fucking buzz in the early 2010s and just will not fucking stop in the year 2020. Isn't music supposed to evolve? How the fuck are frauds like Future still making music to this day? Oh wait, no, I forgot. Because there are a bunch of fucking casuals who are nothing but frauds with bad taste that will keep listening to his music over and over and over because they just don't fucking get it. This guy, like 98% of the time, releases the same goddamn music and everybody buys it. It's ridiculous. It's a fucking outrage. Like, no joke, I hear a lot of people praising this album like it's, you know, one of Future's best albums. I'm like, bullshit. Like, first of all, lyrically, this dude has always been whack as fuck. Like, the dude literally makes a goddamn Corona reference. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Remember when I said in one of my past videos that the coronavirus bars would be some of the most overused bars in hip-hop history? Well, it's only been 2 months since the coronavirus broke out in the US, and guess what? My prediction was simply on fucking point. Like, my predictions have like pinpoint accuracy. Like, they are so fucking precise. Like, I am hitting these motherfuckers with precision. Like, they don't even know. Motherfuckers don't even know how predictable these fucking rappers are in the mainstream. The dude also rhymes the N-word with the N-word, like, you know, 3 fucking times in succession, which I really don't agree with, because the dude, it just shows that the lack of originality, the lack of vocabulary, and the lack of fucking, you know, the lack of original lyricism that this motherfucker has. And Future isn't really known for lyricism. That's why he's a fucking mainstream rapper. And all mainstream rappers, apart from 2, I think at most, don't really expand their creativity. They just go with the flow, quite literally, because they let's be honest, they just make whatever the fuck these casuals, these fucking dumbasses, these fucking fake ass rap fans and all that bullshit, they're just catering to the lowest common denominator of, you know, just people that just want to listen to their fucking music. That really is it. Like, these people don't care about lyrics. These people don't care about creativity. These people don't care what beats they have, which we'll get to that. You know what? Why don't we move on to the beats? Because it's a mixed bag, because the production alone on this album was just a gigantic question mark in my mind, because it's like, what the hell are they fucking even doing? What the hell are these producers even doing? Because on one hand, you have some of the best beats I have heard on fucking, in the year, and you have some of the worst beats I've heard on this album at the same fucking time. It's just like literally what everyone else is doing. A bunch of muffled bass, deep bass. 808s are just cheap and recycled nonsensical bullshit. Like, why are they even there? Especially with the amount of money that Future is. I mean, hell, he's been having a bunch of flexing type of lyrics in all of his songs as well, dating back to the early 2010s with that horrific garbage song Tony Montana, and the horrific collaboration with Drake, Life is Good, which nobody even fucking asked for. Yeah, that's literally what the fuck this entire album is. It's a mixed bag in terms of production, and it is literally all over the place in terms of delivery, flow, lyricism, and guest features. There's literally a force as all fuck beat switch and writing strikers, which literally no one fucking asked for. It doesn't make sense. Like, especially when the tempo slows down. It slows down to a crawl where Future sounds constipated as shit. And that's another thing too. Future's delivery on like the first 3 tracks, I don't even know what the fuck he was going for, because his producers thought that Playboi Carti's baby voice sounding, ass, fucking swallowed helium having ass sounding voice on like his leaked songs, and his his recent song Man, which is complete trash. He thought that it would be successful because for some reason Future's vocals sound so fucking like high pitched it's ridiculous. You think that he swallowed helium along with tons of fucking lean before he actually fucking dropped his vocals in the fucking stew. Like, dead ass. I legit am so fucking confused of why he is so fucking popular. The dude literally is talentless as fuck. It's fucking ridiculous, man. So yeah, we have horrible lyrics, some of the worst lyrics I've ever heard, and it can't be helped because, along with the delivery, Future is literally proving my point once again why he's considered a mumble rapper, because 90% of the time, apart from those 2 aforementioned tracks that I just talked about, the dude cannot fucking enunciate to save his life. Like, how the fuck can people pass this off as rapping? The absolute slurge of words from this dude who's like pushing 40, and yet this dude cannot learn to enunciate to save his life. That's a sad reality. Imagine being a fan of Future, right? And not being able to understand what the fuck he's saying, yet you still vibe with the shit. The dude literally hasn't even said shit. Like, fuck. He's pushing 40, and we're still waiting on his first words. Like, that's how fucking much he fucking mumbles on the goddamn microphone. It's sad, really. Like, I honestly feel bad for Future on this shit. Like, poor old Future Hendrix is still waiting to blur out his first words on the microphone. All I'm saying is that if his parents raised him well, then good for them. Because while, I can't really touch the fact that he has a, substantial net worth, the dude is still talentless as fuck, and he still can't say shit to save his life. What the fuck are we even doing, hip-hop? I thought mainstream hip-hop was supposed to evolve. I thought mainstream rappers were supposed to fully enunciate their words. Atlanta-style, New York-style, West Side, anything. Anyone from any region should be able to enunciate this shit. And don't even get me started on, but he's an Atlanta rapper, man. He was based from Atlanta. So fucking what? I've heard Andre 3000 and T.I., some of the best rappers who were based in the southern region of the US to ever fucking walk this planet. I've heard them enunciate better than this bullshit motherfucker, dude. Let's get to the guest features, because I'm not going to spend too much on this reviewing this garbage album because it's a literal waste of time based on my end. I literally spent last night listening to this entire album front to back 3 times in a row, seeing if I missed anything. Nope, it's all the same shit and a waste of fucking time. So thank you very much, Future Hendrix, you fucking fraud ass rapper. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Let's get to the guest features because they are horrible, aside from, surprisingly, NBA Youngboy, who we'll talk about later. But why don't we get started with everyone's favorite Thugger, Young Thug. Fucking whatever, this dude fucking sucks. Again, another mumble rapper whose voice literally dulls my fucking senses. Like, it's a miracle if he would sound tolerable on the mic. But not only is his voice fucking dog shit, but his flow, he sounds like he's so fucking far behind the beat, it's fucking ridiculous. And on one of the songs, Future, like, homeboy cannot rap on beat to save his goddamn life. It's like, I'd be like, damn, all Future needs to do is rehearse his goddamn flow. It would have been solid. Well, I take it, well, the beat fucking sucks, but at least on that track, it was okay. Nonetheless, Uzi literally sounds like, you know, he's fallen half a fucking sleep on that fucking song and shit. Like, Eternal at Take was, you know, an overrated as all fuck album, but at least it somewhat had decent promise. But here, it shows nothing. And this beat would literally sound like what Uzi would rap over. This literally sounds like an Uzi song featuring Future. That's what the song is. It's a fucking skip. It's so ass. Like, imagine bumping this shit in the whip. That could never be me. If I bumped this shit in the whip, I would fall asleep and get into a car accident. Like, dead ass. I would not bump this shit in the whip. This shit, it's NyQuil the fucking song. I don't fuck with this at all. But why don't we get back to NBA Youngboy on the song Trillionaire, which is unironically my favorite song on the project. There you go. I just complimented a mainstream rapper's project. Are you happy now? Are you happy, you fucking casuals? This song is actually introspective. The song has promise. Like, this track surprised me more than anything because, you know, NBA Youngboy, for as trash as he was, he actually came through, and he and Future actually sounded well when paired together on a track. Which baffles me because not every track is like that. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. The song is called Trillionaire, and it's the surprising song on the album in terms of quality. So yeah. And there's another track that I actually kind of enjoy, Up the River, which has, you know, the most solid production and the most relatable content. But then right after that, we get to the song On All Bad, where he says the girl is chasing nut like a squirrel, which that severely dulled my senses. Like, if I was a sharp ass knife and that line was a fucking rock, just colliding with the fucking steel sharp ass blade of the knife, it would dull it completely, because holy shit, that literally just dulled my senses so hard that I had to pause the song and just breathe in and breathe out for a minute, hoping that I wouldn't lose my fucking shit. So yeah, that was the entire album. Once again, a bunch of fucking casuals will probably praise this album to the high heavens, even though it's trash. Just like all Future albums. Like, Future's been trash for fucking years, even when he started in the early 2010s. And people are still fucking praising him like he's some kind of goat or something. How can you consider yourself a hip-hop fan, right? When you actually listen to the Future, right? If you listen to, you know, if 90% of your Spotify playlist consists of Future joints, then you're not a real hip-hop fan. Just straight up. Like, you can't even pay me money to listen to this album again. This isn't going down as one of the worst albums of 2020. There are like 10 albums that are way, way worse than this. Like, DaBaby's album, complete trash. Stunner for Vegas' album, garbage. Young Gravy's album, shitty. Boozy Badass's album, Goat Talk 2, is trash. Find the Beat by Blueface is a fucking disgrace to hip-hop, which we're not even going to talk about that. That is trash. However, this album is no exception. It's still complete garbage. That's going to be it for this review. I will have more reviews like this in the future. Shout out to all the real hip-hop motherfuckers who are keeping hip-hop alive. I'm going to take a break. And even then, I'm probably going to wait a full week to review something else that's going to be just as shitty, if not shittier, than this album.